Hey everyone, I'm Case Aiken. Last week, I was speaking about Jemm the Martian Manhunter's past diasporas. And there was a period that, for this video, I wanted to give a specific shout out to, because in the 70s and 80s, he was shunted aside by editorial. However, work had begun on a solo series for him at that point, and it was far enough along in production that they had to scrape off the serial numbers and created Jemm Son of Saturn. Now, Jemm was created with the big ticket powers of the Martian Manhunter, but lost shapeshifting. However, this still easily puts him in the range that can go toe-to-toe with Superman, let's be clear. Still kept that weakness to fire, though. His book was meant to be a sort of decompressed origin story of Jones, but now with the location changed to Saturn. Due to the legacy of similarities between the characters, writers later found a way for Saturnians to be relatives of Martians. Now for me, I discovered the character when Grant Morrison used him in JLA in the 90s, and then Ostrander connected the character to Jemm in his Martian Manhunter book. However, I'll be honest, I never actually read his solo series from the 80s. Most of what I know comes from Who's Who articles and select modern appearances. And as we've established, DC is flush with Superman analogs, so he doesn't get much spotlight. But in a world where there were fewer characters capable of moving planets, he would be one of the heaviest hitters. Now, in doing my image search, I see that there is an archive printing of Jim's series. I may be picking this one up soon. Oh, and I totally forgot that a version of the character showed up on Supergirl in one episode. Lastly, as I always say, my goal for this series is to be a conversation. I don't know a ton about Jemm and would love if people wanted to share their coolest stories about him. Are there important books to check out outside of his solo series? Has he been seen since the New 52? Chime in the comments and let me know. I'd love to hear from you all. This video series started off as an ongoing series of Twitter threads cataloging the various Superman analogs that came to my brain space meat thing. There's a link in the description below. Also, I have a podcast about Superman stuff. It's called Men of Steel. Check it out. You can find it at certainpov.com. Also at certainpov.com, you can find tons of other great shows, some of which I host, many of which I don't, but they're all great. Check them out. Also do the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, yada yada yada. Do it all. Do the things. Talk to you later.